Half an inch of steel all the way around, 5.3 miles long. This is WSSC's newest pipeline. It will carry more than 100 million gallons of water each day. Coming up, we'll tell you the benefits for Montgomery and Prince George's counties.
We play a pretty violent game, man, and it's for tough people. And so, you know, the byproduct of that is somebody may go down. And when somebody go down and your number get called up, you better know what you're doing.
He's a guy who prepares like he's the starter, and that's what you want out of your reserves at any position is guys to prepare like they're going to be in the next play, because it ultimately can be your turn at any time.
The latest casino opens in Baltimore, with one opening up at the National Harbor not too far away. I'm Jeanette Reyes with more on what it means for you coming up.
Everybody knows your tour starts here.
A summer day in D.C. always means thousands of tourists on the National Mall, and most of them today went up the iconic steps of the Museum of Natural History, only to be turned away by security at the door.
You have a limited amount of time when you're here, so you're trying to cover a large amount of territory in a short amount of time, so it's a big inconvenience. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to go see the White House? There's a million things to do.
Upset children, families, and tour groups forced to scramble, even employees and volunteers a bit confused and frustrated.
Come here once a week. I really love what I do in the paleobotany department, and I'm kind of sad.
The entire museum, the most popular in the city, yeah, the one with the massive elephant in the atrium, is closed for emergency repairs. It appears its main fiber connection was damaged overnight, affecting the building's IT infrastructure. In other words, major phone and network outages.
I was working here last night, and when I was here at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, the Wi-Fi in the building went out.
The second most popular museum in the world behind the Louvre in Paris.
None of the displays or exhibits have been damaged. That's the good news. We did notice this type of work going on outside, though, but Smithsonian officials assure us this has nothing to do with flooding or a fire. And the museum's employee shuttle buses are, well, pretty much empty today. The building is pretty much closed to the entire staff. Non-essential employees are being encouraged to telework from home.
Wow, that's a bummer, buddy.
Even petty cab driver Robert Huggins is feeling the ripple effect.
Big bite out of the day.
On the National Mall, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
10-year-old Reinhardt Harrison runs a lot with his sister Ella, with his friends, and with his track team. But Reinhardt is special. He's really fast. In fact, he can outrun most people double, no, even 3 times his age.
I like to count numbers in my head and sing songs while I'm running.
Memorial Day weekend, this 4th grader ran his first ever half marathon at the Alexandria Running Festival, finishing with a time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 2 seconds, a time good enough to set the world record for a 10-year-old.
It was really exciting.
And if you think that's incredible, check this. He runs a 5K in less than 20 minutes. And back in April, he ran the fastest 10-mile race ever run by a 10-year-old, 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 24 seconds.
We get up early, like 2 o'clock in the morning because of
2 o'clock in the morning.
Reinhardt's parents are both runners. His mother Heidi just ran the Boston Marathon, and his father is his youth track team coach. They say their son started chasing them at races when he was just 3 years old. Now he's run himself right to the top of the leaderboard.
To see him running at that level, I'm not saying it's normal, but it's become normal. Just because of the way he's been doing.
Reinhardt also enjoys basketball and skateboarding too. His favorite school subjects, social studies, and lunch. In the future, he says he wants to keep running, of course, and hopefully one day run in the Olympics.
It would be amazing and very exciting.
Elephants are making their public debut today, already getting rave reviews.
It's a habitat which is similar to what they have naturally, and it's good to see them out there in the sunshine enjoying themselves.
39-year-old elephants Kamala and Swarna, born in Sri Lanka, along with 23-year-old Maharani, have been in quarantine here for the past month.
A nervous time for them, so we're giving them little bits at a time. So over the next week, we'll be giving them increasing opportunities to explore this yard.
I'm very good.
7-year-old Annie, making her first trip to the zoo, didn't know it would be an extra special one.
We're really fortunate to live, just a little bit away to be able to see this.
I think it's so cool that they're going to meet for the first time.
Already feeling at home, they spent some time exploring a portion of their new home in the Asia Trail. A team of veterinarians and curators kept a close eye on the trio during the 60-hour, 2,500-mile international trip from the Calgary Zoo. The new elephants now join 4 others that have called the National Zoo home for years, and this is a bit of a reunion, if you will. 2 of them already lived with newcomers Swarna and Kamala decades ago at an elephant orphanage in South Asia.
A move like that can be stressful, and that's a time where maybe a disease that was latent starts to shed, and so it's a great time just to kind of settle down.
At the National Zoo, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
You seen the man running.
D.C. police have been using cameras, scanners, even lawn rakes, literally combing through the area collecting evidence. Some of that evidence includes cars that were peppered with bullets early this morning. We captured a police cruiser being towed on a flatbed truck.
When I heard gunshots, I turned out all the lights in the apartment.
This was a very large and active crime scene throughout the morning. Police initially came out to this southeast neighborhood near Minnesota and Pennsylvania Avenues for the report of an armed robbery. When they arrived, they confronted the suspect with gun in hand. A short foot chase ensued, and then shots were fired.
Well, basically, I was sitting right over here at the brick wall. The police officer came down fair line. The guy was over there at the generator. Police officer hopped out. The police officer 4 trucks and said, "Stop running, get down, and let off fires." At least
and the man was holding. You said he was holding something?
Looked like he was holding like a black bag or something like that.
It doesn't appear the suspect ever fired his weapon, but officers did, shooting the man in the leg. He is in police custody at the hospital suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Detectives closed several streets and alleys in the neighborhood throughout the day, gathering more clues. Now, one witness says while the residents here at the Milestone Apartments watched from their windows early this morning, the suspect hid behind this large transformer, trying to dodge police. Several residents tell us they heard 6 to 10 gunshots. The responding officers were not injured.
You heard some stop, and then you heard some more.
And it doesn't appear the robbery victim was physically harmed.
I do come in late at night by myself sometimes, and, I could have been coming in at that time of night.
In Southeast Washington, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Thank you for using Metro, and have a safe day.
I watched the whole construction go up.
The countdown has reached its final hours. The Silver Line is set to open to the public Saturday afternoon. Today at the brand new Spring Hill station off Route 7, crews are street sweeping, blowing sidewalks, and running simulation trains on the new 11 miles of tracks.
Almost real, a couple days away.
It connects Reston to Tyson's Corner, 5 new stops, and Ron Dixon, who commutes to work from Southeast D.C., plans on riding starting Monday.
In comparison to driving in rush hour traffic to and from every single day, even though you might have to pay a little bit more, of course.
Families like the McKinnons wonder how much of an impact this $3 billion project will have right away.
Still like to see it underground. Obviously, that's not going to happen. I work in Tyson's Corner, live in Dunloring, and I think it's going to be good for the community overall.
One thing's for sure, parking will be at a premium at these new metro stations. At the Spring Hill station here in Tyson's Corner, right off of Route 7, there's only a small kiss and ride with about 20 to 25 parking spaces. No parking lots, no parking garages, but that's the idea. The design is intended to get more cars off the roads, even those with the little hula girls on the dashboard. Now, this week has been a challenge for riders, with fewer trains running on the blue and orange lines.
I don't live near a metro, so it won't benefit me much unless other people who live around the area start to utilize it more.
After 10 years of debating, planning, and construction, the work is only half done. By 2018, another 11 miles will be added to reach Dulles International Airport.
People commuting on the train rather than driving in cars, that was the main goal.
In Tyson's Corner, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Raising commando-style break-ins.
The Langston and Carver Terrace neighborhoods in Northeast D.C. are under attack, and this is one of the crimes in progress. The suspect breaks into a home and begins to throw the owner's property into a trash can outside. Look as he tries to fit a large flat screen into the bin.
Saw someone kicking in the door, took some pictures with my phone, took a video.
This home was broken into just this morning, as was the house next door.
And stay out of our neighborhood. That's right.
The advisory neighborhood commissioner says since the start of the year, there have been close to 30 of these home break-ins.
Locked the door and went down the street.
Robert Hazel says he was only gone for about 20 minutes this morning. When he came back, it was too late.
It's been going on around here for at least 4 or 5 months now.
Mr. Hazel had just left for the gym when someone broke in through the back kitchen door, made their way to the living room here, and snatched the 37-inch flat-screen TV. Then they came back through the kitchen. You can see the footprints on the floor here, and they left through the same door. At times hiding behind a car, the man goes in and out of the house a few times, struggles with the TV, and then takes off when he spots a police car in the alley. The resident behind the video here doesn't want to show his face, but because of his quick thinking, at least one suspect was arrested late this morning. But neighbors are confident there are more out there.
Called the police. They came immediately. They did a really great job of coming quickly.
We want citizens to bring your super cans in, be vigilant, and to make sure that we step up.
This woman down the street has been hit more than once, the most recent on Sunday. She says it was a group of young men, and they kicked in her door while she was home.
TV, bikes, my deep fryer.
In Northeast Washington, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Everything's brand new, so I'm excited.
From the fare gates to the pedestrian bridges, everything is new here at the Wheelie-Reston Metro Station, even bathrooms that are now visible to the public.
Virginia's code, but also, we know that riders at these new stations are generally traveling longer distances.
Metro says the new Silver Line makes the region's transit system 10% larger with the additional 5 new stations. This is the first true test of the Silver Line on a weekday after more than 50,000 customers rode this past weekend.
I think Reston's going to get more choked up with traffic. That could be a con.
While some worry about overcrowding, for the most part, commuters we spoke with are impressed on this day one.
Took the Washington Flyer from Dulles to the Wheelie station, so
you took advantage of that bus service that's running to the airport. How did that go?
It was really good. It was really fast. It was faster than taking the bus to Roslyn, which is what I used to do.
About 25,000 riders are expected daily on the new 11 miles of tracks. Delegate Ken Blum gave us his assessment.
Link with Dulles, the people coming in there. I see local commuters coming in on the buses. It's a working system.
During rush hour, the Silver Line trains will run every 6 minutes, every 12 minutes during midday, evenings, and weekends. This is a project that in 3 or 4 years will expand to Dulles International Airport, a project that for now will take some getting used to. Some did find some snags even before entering the new platforms.
The parking garage was pretty disorganized this morning. I wasn't directed properly, and while I paid for reserved parking space, there was no sign on my space.
In Reston, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News. Good morning, ladies, and I got to tell you, those rumors are as hot as the pancakes here at the Tasty Diner in Bethesda. The Washington Redskins, of course, play their final preseason game tonight, and then there's that name debate that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Well, we're talking to Redskins fans here at this very popular Greasy Spoon about something completely different. Team owner Dan Snyder, in an interview to Comcast Sportsnet yesterday, said that the organization has started the process of designing a new stadium. No official timeline, and it sounds like he's up for moving the team anywhere, really, as far as D.C., Maryland, or Virginia. We have a longtime Redskins fan here, Matt, picking up some breakfast, and you're reading about the stadium changes right here. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it would be fantastic if they moved down into the city again. I think FedEx Field does not have any character. There are no restaurants, there are no bars around the stadium, and look what Verizon Center has done to downtown DC. So I would think it would be fantastic if they're back in the city.
Very good. Thank you, Matt. And Spanky's over here cooking some food, not necessarily for us. He already made us some great French toast earlier. Spanky, whose name is Nathan, but he goes by Spanky, longtime cook here and a longtime Redskins fan. He's got his hat on. You're excited about the game tonight. What do you think about this talk of a new stadium? FedEx Field's only 17 years old.
That's okay. Bring him back to D.C., man. That's where I'd like to see him.
Now, I imagine you remember watching games at RFK. What a great place to watch games.
It's a great stadium. They should get back there. I like that spot.
You like that spot. So tear it down RFK and build a new one?
Build a new one. And go Redskins.
Go Redskins. And we have a couple more Redskins fans who have commented on our Facebook page. You should do the same this morning. I want to read a couple of these for you.
Okay, so this started with Paul Sims Sr., one of our dedicated Good Morning Washington viewers, who took the Ice Bucket Challenge and then challenged Autria, Jackie, and I. Jackie did it the other day. So now here we are outside our studios in Roslyn, about to take part.
Yeah, Jackie called us out. We weren't able to take part with her, so we're going to do it today as part of Friday Fun, and we, of course, have to challenge somebody else. So
yes.
Here it is. We are challenging our evening counterparts, Leon Harris and Allison Starling. You guys are up next. You now have 24 hours to complete this challenge or donate to ALS. Are you ready?
All righty. We are ready.
1, 2, 3.
All right, well, it's very cold out here. We're going to have weather and traffic coming up in about 25 minutes. We're going to head back in. That does it for us. Good Morning America coming up next.
Have a great weekend.